Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode number 126 in the book of Genesis. We're in Genesis chapter 30, verse 25 here today. The story has been God has magnificently prospered Jacob, and he's building the 12 tribes of Israel through his heritage. And he's kind of doing that one baby at a time, and today we're going to find about material prospering. So he's still caught up in this deceptive relationship with his uncle, Laban, and it's just about time that they separate households. He's gotten the two daughters, Rachel and Leah, from him by 7 years of work each. And we're going to see that God is in this process to favor Jacob, the son of Isaac, the son of Abraham. It says in the next chapter, the chapter we're not doing, 31, verse 42, if the God of my father, the God of Abraham, and the fear of Isaac had not been on my side, surely now you would have sent me away empty-handed. So he knows, Jacob knows that it's God that's prospering him. So both Laban and Jacob set up plans. Laban's is from himself. Jacob is from an angel, actually. And Laban's plan is for no sheep that should go, no sheep, no goats go with Jacob. And Jacob's plan is that, and the Lord's plan is that lots of sheep and goats go with Jacob. And remember, the Lord had promised Jacob a couple chapters ago that I will be with you. And he says, behold, I am with you and will keep you wherever you go, in chapter 28. So read with me now, if you will, Genesis chapter 30. I'm going to start in verse 25, and this is a long, crazy story about some sheep here. As soon as Rachel had borne Joseph, Jacob said to Laban, send me away that I may go to my own home and country. Reasonable request. Give me my wives and my children for whom I have served you, that I may go. For you know the service that I have given you. But Laban said to him, if I have found favor in your sight, I have learned by divination, strike one, that the Lord has blessed me because of you. It's true, but he shouldn't have got the message via divination. Verse 28 here. Name your wages and I will give it. Jacob said to him, you yourself know how I have served you and how your livestock have fared with me. For you had little before I came, and it is increased abundantly. And the Lord has blessed you wherever I turned. So the Lord is blessing Laban for associating with Jacob. That was promised back in the Abrahamic covenant. I will bless those that bless you. But now, when shall I provide for my own household also? He said, what shall I give you? Jacob said, you shall not give me anything. For if you will do this for me, I will again pasture your flock and keep it. So Jacob is making a plan to indenture himself again to Laban. And here's the plan that the angel gave him. We'll find out about that it was an angel did that later. Let me pass through all your flock today, removing from it every speckled and spotted sheep and every black lamb, any lamb that has coloring, and the spotted and speckled among the goats, and they shall be my wages. So my honesty will answer for me later when you come back and look into my wages for you. Everyone that is not speckled and spotted among the goats and black among the lambs, if found with me, shall be counted as stolen. Laban said, good, let it be done as you have said. But that day Laban, so here's Laban's sneaky thing, Laban takes all the male goats that were striped and spotted and all the female goats that were speckled and spotted, every one that had white on it, and every lamb that was black, and put them in charge of his sons. So he sends his flock away, essentially. Everyone that had white on it and every lamb that was black, and put them in charge of his sons. And he set a distance of 3 days' journey between himself and Jacob. And Jacob pastured the rest of Laban's flock. So Laban knows the source of his prosperity. He works against Jacob, and in chapter 31, we're going to find out that this plan that's going to happen in the next paragraph here is from an angel. Here's the angelic plan. Then Jacob took fresh sticks of poplar and almond and plane trees and peeled white streaks in them, exposing the white of the sticks. He set the sticks and peeled in front of the flocks in the troughs, that is, the watering places where the flocks came to drink. And since they bred when they came to drink, the flocks bred in front of the sticks, kind of the speckled sticks. And so the flocks brought forth striped, speckled, and spotted. And Jacob separated lambs and set the faces of the flocks toward the striped and all the black of the flock of Laban. He put his own droves apart and did not put them with Laban's flock. Whenever the stronger of the flock were breeding, Jacob would lay the sticks in the troughs before the eyes of the flock, that they might breed among the sticks. So the streaky spotted stick produced spotted sheep, which went with Jacob. And later we're going to find that it's God himself who does this. But for the, verse 42, but for the feebler of the flock, he would not lay them there. So the feebler would be Laban's, and the stronger, Jacob's. Thus the man increased greatly and had large flocks, female servants, male servants, and camels and donkeys. So let's land this. So God's presence may or may not physically bless you. It certainly did for Jacob in dealing with the deceit of Laban. But God's presence will definitely relationally bless you. He says, you get me, I'm your shield, I'm your portion. So you get this presence of the Lord. And the ultimate son of Jacob and the son of Abraham is going to be Jesus. So he's the one who really came for us. And the Lord preserved and protected and prospered Jacob. Why? So that one day he could provide for us a Savior. So here we see God providentially working on behalf of the knucklehead Jacob, and he too providentially works on behalf of the knuckleheads everywhere today. That's grace. He too has worked to be with us. So my prayer today is that you may feel his presence today, or, this is the crazy prayer, that you may feel his absence. And don't stop there. Maybe you can feel your need and your lack and your sin and your separation and your enemy status from God, because that's step one. So don't stop there if you do step one. So you have this invitation to come close and be received by the Lord. Jacob went through all this trouble, and the Lord went through all this trouble so that you could be blessed today by his ultimate descendant, Jesus. So I pray that you would either know him or that you would feel his lack today. Thank you so much for listening.